What's up, wonderful people? You're welcome to Entertainment and Trends. We're back on your screens with Entertainment and Trends, loud and proud like never before. Okay, so what have you seen on your screens? What have you seen on your phones? What have you seen on social media within the week? I have seen a few things that I want to talk about with you. I don't know what you have seen. So this is what this show is about, Entertainment and Trends. We'll talk about all the latest trending stuff that have happened within the week, and then we package it nicely with a little bit of sass and pizzazz from me and deliver it to you really nicely during the weekend. So that is what we're going to do right now. But before that, I'd like you to raise your glass, raise your teacups, and let's spill this tea together, because we're spilling tea. And if you don't know who I am, you've never seen me before, hi, my name is Nelson Kofi, and you're welcome to the News God channel. We do everything amazing here, from politics to business to everything in between, entertainment like we're about to do. So please call your friends, you yourself subscribe, share, like, comment and share, like, share, bring everybody on board, and let's have this party together. So now, on to the first trend. Yeah, let me take a sip of my wine, imaginary wine, by the way. So, Amaarae's beautiful representation and beautiful performance on the stage of Coachella on the 13th of April 2025. That's what I want us to talk about. So I was super excited when I learned that Amaarae, one of ours, a Ghanaian, was performing at Coachella. That is a big deal. Let me tell you something little about Coachella. If you don't know Coachella, if you've never heard Coachella, think of music awards, right? What is the highest stage in music awards? That's the Grammys, right? So the Coachella is the highest of music festivals that it could ever get. There is no music festival that is topping the Coachella festival. So, artists, mainstream artists like Beyonce, like Tyler, you know, all the big names have been on that stage over the years. So to have one of ours be on that stage is something to celebrate, it's something monumental. So I'd want us to take a second to give it up for Amaarae. She is such a talent. She has represented us so well, and I'm just super excited and so proud to be Ghanaian in this moment. You guys, let me tell you a little backstory to how I got to see the video. So I came across this video on Twitter. Obviously, I knew she was performing, but I hadn't really gotten into it, right? So when I actually got into it, she was trending, because obviously this is huge. Efia was praising her, Sarkodie was bigging her up and all of that, and I'm so happy that she received all the accolades and praise she deserved. But let's talk about the performance, shall we? I saw her and I was like, I know Amaarae. So when I saw the video of her performing, I said, well, why is she shouting? Why is she shouting? See, I'm big on performances. That's one thing I'm big on. When you get on the stage, especially a stage as big as Coachella, I don't need you to go there shouting. I need you to go there to give me a performance, right? That was the initial reaction I had. I said, Amaarae, why are you shouting? That's what I was saying. But I took a minute back to say, no, let me just watch the video to the end. And let me tell you, I hadn't seen a performance so good in a while. Okay, and let me tell you, I've been watching a lot of really good performances. So when I say that I hadn't seen a performance so good in a while, you should trust me. Talk about energy. Talk about, what do we even call it? Energy, props, outfit, hair, everything was just on point. And then improvisation. Look, that girl has been making her notes, has been studying, has been learning from the greats, and it showed, it reflected in her work. But before that, I saw the video and I was like, Charlie, she's shouting too much. She's shouting too much, Charlie, she's shouting too much. But then, like I said, I watched to the end and I was so proud of what she gave the Coachella audience. And like I said, I'm super excited and happy and proud to be Ghanaian at this moment. What really did it for me was the fact that she went on that stage with a mind that I'm going to put Ghana on the map. She was hyping up the country, even songs from other artists like Easy Baby, like she was singing songs that are not hers. Do you know how proud you have to be of Ghana to do that on an international stage like the Coachella? Let's give her her 10s. That's one thing about me. I give 10s when 10s are due. So Amaarae, you've done super well. I'm super proud. And maybe my opinion about her shouting too much, does that come off as a little hating? Like, does it give hater vibes? Let me know in the comments. Yeah, because I felt like, in hindsight, I felt like that was just a little bit of a hating, like, thing going on. But no, it's not hating. It just came from the point of view of someone who just came across a video and didn't really watch to the end, until I watched to the end and I said, yes, this is it. I loved it. And you know what? Let me not even give a bash for the shouting thing, because if it was a man, you would have been chewing it up. You would have been eating it up. Not me, though, but you, the audience, would have been eating it up if a man got on that stage and was shouting his throat out. So a woman can do that as well, okay? Feminists. Okay, so on to the next. So, no, before we get into the next one, let's sip a little bit of wine. That was good. Oh, this next trend. Look, I'm not excited to do this because this is really tragic. This is not good news. This is not entertainment. It was trending over the week for a bad reason. This is not entertainment. This is not good news. What this is sad. I'm not happy doing this. Because what do you tell me? So, let me introduce this properly. One of the things that was trending during the week was a news or a post about a 19-year-old guy from UEW, University of Education, Winnipeg, committing suicide because his girlfriend cheated on him. So he caught his girlfriend cheating on him and instantly he collapsed. That is understandable. Heartbreaks are never easy, and no matter the age, it should never be treated as something trivial. It can be crazy. Not for me, because I never experienced it, but for y'all, like for you guys, I know what heartbreak can do to you. So I understand the impact, the immediate impact of collapsing at finding out that your girlfriend, who you probably trusted with your life and everything, cheated on you. Okay, so yeah, it's understandable. You collapsed. So why would you wake up and go and hang yourself with your friends on FaceTime? I was trying to do this with a little bit empathy because of the gravity of the situation. Heartbreaks are never easy for anybody. But the fact that you are committing suicide and you're going to put your friends on FaceTime, then that's another childish thing that you're going to go out with. How do you die on FaceTime with your friends watching by hanging yourself? Somebody help me understand this in the comments. Yes, you were heartbroken. And I'm not trivializing that. I'm not saying that you are, weak for experiencing that emotion. You're not the first person to experience heartbreak. He's dead, but he has passed. I'm sorry. He has passed, but yeah, he wasn't the first. It was definitely not going to be the last. Unfortunately, these things happen, and that should tell you why you shouldn't have been in that situation in the first place. 19-year-old boy in uni, what are you doing with love? What are you doing around a woman as a 19-year-old girl, as a 19-year-old boy, level 100? Your parents brought you in to study at UEW, and you are over there in a relationship, and they cheated on you, and you've decided to commit suicide. It just tells you that you shouldn't have been doing that in the first place, because if you were ready and mature to understand that this is a relationship, these things are possible, you would know and expect it. But since you weren't mature and ready for the relationship, you got into it, got heartbroken, and now you've committed suicide. My thing is, what are you going to tell God, your maker, your creator, when you go there? So let's just try to have like a low visual of the whole interaction with God in the afterlife of this young man. So you go to God, and God is like, my son, what are you doing here? It's not your time yet. I wasn't expecting you. And then you'd be like, dear Father, my girlfriend cheated on me, and I caught her red-handed. So I decided to take my life. I don't want to do this on earth anymore. I'm tired. That's why I'm here with you, Father. What is God going to say? Because his purpose for you had not been fulfilled. You have not done what you were brought on earth to do. So how is God going to receive you? This is terrible. I am so saddened by this news, and I don't know how his parents took it, how his friends took it. Those people traumatized on the FaceTime, watching your friend hang himself to death. This is really childish. But I'll give you some grace. you went through a heartbreak and it was terrible and it's understandable, but that action is drastic and I just wish that would never happen again. To those of you watching, suicide is never the option. There are so many other things you can do. Suicide is never the option. Like, it's never that bad, trust me. It is never that bad. Your situation is not worse than somebody else's. Remember, if you are going through the ugliest thing you think you could ever go through in life, somebody is going through times 10, and he's not thinking of suicide. So why are you? Say no to suicide, okay? Say no to suicide. This should be the end of it. We don't want to hear another story of a uni student or any other student going to kill himself because of a heartbreak. What? No. No, and this isn't even tea. This is not tea, so we're not going to sip it. This is coffee, and it's bitter. So we're going to throw it away. So that's it. Yeah, young kings, don't commit suicide, okay? We beg you. We need you alive. We need you to impact the society, okay? Right. Let's liven up the mood. Let's liven up the mood. Let's talk about something more entertaining. Let's talk about something fun to, you know, sweep away this really rather unfortunate incidents. We're not proud of it. Let's talk about music. And if you watched the previous episode, that's the very first episode, the pilot episode, like I call it, of this show, we talked about Sefa gearing up to release something new for her fans. She titles this one Shilimpili. So this is the segment that we're going to talk about Sefa and her new release. So we're calling this segment the Music Spotlight. We're going to shed light on new releases or possibly new releases in the future, you know. I listened to the song, and trust me when I tell you, it's a beautiful song. And I can't believe I'm saying this because when I initially listened, one thing that put me off about the song was just the visual that it came with. So I was like, ugh, scroll. But today that I listened without the visual, let me tell you, it's a 10 out of 10. Okay, that's a stretch. It's a 7 out of 10 because, first of all, the instrumentation. And let me tell you who produced this track, Kwame Eugene. Charlie. That boy is super talented. The thing that immediately attracted me to the song was the instrumentation. I pressed play and then immediately the instrumentals, like, I was loving it, and Sefa sang, and I'm like, ugh, Sefa, you could have waited a little bit more for me to get into the instrumentation. So I think because of that, I wasn't really feeling the first verse. That's just me being honest. I wasn't feeling the first verse until Sefa hit that hook. And I said, whenever we start the place, oh, Charlie, Sefa, you really cooked the song. You cooked the song. So yeah, Music Spotlight, Sefa Shilimpili. If you're watching me right now, after this video, don't pause the video to go and watch it. Watch till the end before you go and listen to Sefa. Go and listen to Sefa Shilimpili. It's the newest one from her. It's beautiful. She's ours. Let's support her. Yeah, so yeah, that's about it on Sefa. Then again, Davido released a new album titled 5. His newest studio album, 5. It came with stunning artworks. I am particularly in awe of how he just, you know, found a creative way to, you know, use 5 to represent that this is his 5th studio album. That was creative if you ask me. I don't know what you think, but let me know in the comments what you think. So he has released this studio album, and I've checked out a few, was impressed with quite a number. The one with Shensea, so this is me putting you on to some new music. The one with Shensea and 450, and I think the one with Chris Brown as well, that was amazing. You know, anything Chris Brown is on is going to be a banger. So that's what this is about. And so quite fortunately or unfortunately, we've come to the end of this edition of Entertainment and Trends. I hope you had fun with it. If you didn't, let me know in the comments. What can we do better? It's about growth, right? If you didn't enjoy this one, let's pray that you enjoy the next one, or the next, or the next, or the next. But the bottom line is Entertainment and Trends. We're doing it for you to enjoy. So whatever you think, let us know in the comments, okay? This is Entertainment and Trends, or this was Entertainment and Trends. My name is Nelson Kofi. Thank you for watching.